Hello everyone, my name is Junior Diaz and I'm here to explain some of the vaccines for COVID-19 as there is an anti-vaccine group getting bigger and bigger. And more information about how vaccines are important must be spread. So before entering into that, I would like to explain how our immune system works in a simpler and uncomplicated way. Whenever a virus, bacteria, or fungi enters our body, a chain reaction starts to defend our body. This happens most of the time unnoticed by us. Due to previous invasions or vaccines, our body itself is capable to defend from very types of intruders. But when it's something new, there is a problem. Our immune system does not have eyes, ears, or mouth to communicate. It does that by sending chemical signals. So, first time, let's say, COVID-19 virus enters our body, dozens of cells are sent to identify and kill this enemy. Here becomes one of the hardest parts of the process, identification. So how does our body identify what is what in our body? Without knowing the enemy, who the enemy is, our immune system attacks everything, healthy and infected areas. There are some animated videos explaining this process. I will leave their links on the descriptions below. Okay. So this is pretty interesting, but what type of vaccines laboratories have been developing for COVID-19 and how do they work? That is the purpose of this video. So vaccines act as a role play. It mimics an infection to teach our body how to identify this enemy. The most common we have are live attenuated, used in measles, smallpox, yellow fevers, and others. The other one is an activated virus. They are for polio and flu, for example. And subunits are used in hepatitis vaccines. So lastly, nucleic acids were used, for example, in the SARS outbreak in 2003 and H1N1 pandemic back in 2009. So let me explain about the first one. Live attenuated. It is a weakened version of the original. Weak enough to not cause any disease, but strong enough to activate our immune system. Then the inactivate viruses use a dead version of the virus. And subunit vaccines are made from parts of the virus. Again, just enough to activate a learning process. In the first three examples, it's easy to understand how it teaches our body to defend against themselves. So just show our body what the virus is, or how to identify a part of it. Nucleic acids are relatively new vaccines and they work in a very different way. So they work as instructions on how our immune system should prepare. Imagine you are going on a blind date, okay? How would you know who is your date? Okay, nowadays we have apps with photos, but even though it's not easy to find this person, your date, in a restaurant. So what do? You describe what you are wearing, accessories, which part of the restaurant you are. As a result, a picture of you is drawn on your date's hat. This is how the DNA vaccine works. It gets inside of your cell, gives the details about how to produce a specific cells to fight against this specific virus. The other way is, instead of describing yourself, is to send a picture of yourself and where you are, skipping the imagination process. So this is the mRNA vaccine. The DNA is the structure of living things, and mRNA is the way our body reads this information. Again, to make our body produce immune cells for specific viruses. Okay, so these nucleic acids will enter my cells and maybe alter my DNA. Will I become an alligator? Fortunately or unfortunately, you will not become a mutant. These vaccines are designed to not be replicated and disappears within days in our body. So keep in mind, no side effect is dangerous enough for you not to be vaccinated. Otherwise, it would not make any sense to get immunized by them. No agency will allow such drug. Trust me. So that is it. I hope I had clarified some of the most common fears of how these vaccines will affect us, or even the myth of turning us into mutants. If you want to have a deeper understanding of all I have said here, please check the links below. And if you like it, please share, More people knowing it, the better will be their judgment on this matter. Thank you.